Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Our today's topic is about periodic table. Now let's dive in a topic. Classification of elements. As more elements were discovered, the study of elements and their properties and also their classification became very alive in the scientific world. So many scientists were trying to study the characters of elements were known and made an attempt to classify according to their characters. Classification of Antony Lavoisier. The elements are first classified by the French scientist Antony Lavoisier in 1789. Attempts for classification of elements. The earliest attempt to classify elements were grouping the known elements, about 30 elements, into two groups called metals and nonmetals. The defect in this classification was that it had no place for metalloids, that is, elements which have properties of both metals and nonmetals, which were discovered later. Now, Dobereiner's triads. After the acceptance of atomic mass values universally, attempts were made to find out relation between properties of various elements and their atomic masses. In 1829, J. W. Dobreiner discovered that within a group of elements of three closely related in chemical properties, the atomic masses are either the same. Example, iron, cobalt, and nickel. He arranged three elements according to their same chemical properties, and the atomic mass of the middle element is the average atomic mass of these two elements. For example, the atomic mass of lithium is 6.9 and the atomic mass of potassium is 39.0. Their average is 22.95. That is 6.9 plus 39 divided by 2. We obtain 22.95, which is closely related with the atomic mass of sodium, that is 23. So, sodium is placed between lithium and potassium in a same group, that is called triad, having three elements possess same properties. Example number 2. The atomic mass of calcium is 40.1 and the atomic mass of barium is 137.3. Their average atomic masses, we obtained 88.7, which is closely related with the atomic mass of strontium, that is 87.6. So, strontium is placed in between calcium and barium, and all these triad possess same properties. Number 3. The atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5 and the atomic mass of iodine is 126.9. And the average atomic mass is 81.2, which is closely related with bromine having atomic mass 79.9. So bromine is placed between chlorine and iodine. Now Newland's law of octave. John Newland, an English scientist, arranged the known elements in the order of increasing atomic masses and called it the law of octave. It is known as Newland's law of octaves. Now, characteristic of Newland's law of octaves. It contained the element from hydrogen to thorium. Properties of every 8 elements were similar to that of the first element. For example, the first element is hydrogen, and according to hydrogen, the eighth element is fluorine. The properties of fluorine is similar to the properties of hydrogen. Similarly, if we consider lithium as first element, so according to lithium, the sodium is eighth element. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fluorine and 8 sodium. So the properties of sodium is similar to that of lithium. Advantages and disadvantages of law of octave. This law provided a basis for the classification of elements into groups of elements having similar properties. This law provided a wider scope to arrange all known elements into a tabular form. This periodic arrangement of elements did not include noble gases because they were not discovered then. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.